Hello, welcome back. Oh my gosh, June. Depending where you live, this may be the last month of the school year for you. Maybe it was May if you live in other areas, or maybe you don't have this issue if you don't have kids or if you're not in school yourself. But if you do have kids, and in whatever month school lets out for you, you'll know what I mean when I say, ah! Whew, okay, now that that's out of my system, I spent the last week of May in what felt like a hectic mind fuck, pardon my language, but it was like I couldn't tell what was up and what was down, what was in and what was out, who needed to be where when, coming up, and drowning in emails and messages from the school about all the different upcoming special days and events, final field trips, fees, volunteering options, and don't forget, right? And oh, don't forget all the end of year birthday parties of everyone, including my two youngest kids, trying to squish into the last month of the school year before everyone is gone for the summer and no one knows how to get a hold of the other parents, right? All the summer birthdays squished into the month when both my kids were actually born. Well, Casey, my youngest, was actually born May 28th, but Jace, my middle and only boy, is June 3rd. He has the rights to his birthday party being in this month, but it's so hard to schedule it in time before everyone books up all the weekends in June. So this year I announced to my ex that it was his turn to handle their birthday parties, from planning to invites to execution. And oh boy, he was not happy. And I let him know close to the beginning of May, but as of almost June, I haven't seen an invite or heard much in the way of news about it yet. This, however, was a piece of my own simplified rhythm. Saying no to the things that don't have to be on my plate is something I have worked hard on over the years. And since I don't accept all of the mental load anymore in relation to my kids, it is only fair that we rotate years for who gets to plan, fund, and execute the dreaded double birthday party that was created by having two kids born different years, less than a week apart. And I didn't just say no to him, okay? There were many opportunities for volunteering at the elementary school. One I didn't even sign up for, but the teacher assigned it to me. Apparently, so many people volunteered that she got confused and added me to the list. I felt no guilt at saying, actually, I never signed up for that. So please remove me from the roster. I'm unavailable that day. I picked one field trip or event to volunteer for each of my kids, strategically chosen for the timing when the other could be an extra participant or would already be otherwise occupied, so I didn't have to arrange childcare. I know they love it when their mom comes to school and they get to feel special with the class in these early grades. I decided not to attend the volunteer tea at the school that would have me running from one kid's therapist appointment to the tea and then leaving early, which would probably be considered rude, to get to a mastermind call I was running immediately after. I could have rescheduled the mastermind call. My ladies, never mind. But did I need to? No. Would the socialization be nice at the tea? Probably. I always think these things will suck ahead of time, but when I go, I enjoy them. I'm truly a social butterfly who has learned to introvert more because I'm an empath and need to protect my energy. However, this June, it was just too much. This is the first year my youngest is in school and has all her events added to the calendar. It's also the year myself and two of my kids have finally started talk therapy and have a couple appointments each a month on the calendar. Each of these 6 appointments requires 30 minutes of driving each way on top of the time spent waiting at the appointment or participating in it, 1 hour each. So that's an extra 12 hours tied up this month for the first time ever in the already fairly busy schedule. And then the extraness, which is June. So I spent an entire work session, about 3 hours, plugging stuff into my Google Calendar with locations, reminders about what to send with them on certain days, notifications being set for the night before and an hour before school for each, and so on. I'll still spend a little more time putting these on the whiteboard calendar on the fridge on May 31st. The teachers, make every day special at the end of the school year, and I appreciate that. I do, and I think it's great, and the kids have a blast. And It stresses me the hell out. If you've ever felt this way or you are right now, I have 4 tips for you today. Okay. If you're already past the end of your school year, I'm sorry. Maybe you can remember these for next time, or apply them to, a similar situation in life, just when there's a lot of stuff coming up at once. So here are some tips. Number 1, say no. Say it high and say it low. The best thing for your simplified life is to learn to say no. Learn to say it without apology. Don't even say it. If you're just not volunteering, you don't owe it to anyone to let them know that you won't be. And you don't owe it to anyone to volunteer at school. Okay, it's nice. It's not necessary. Yes, the kids love it. But if you have the capacity and the free time and you want to volunteer for everything, that is more than okay. That's fantastic. And if you want to scream and cry at the thought of adding one more to do to your list, then don't. If you can, maybe do one like I did, just to show your kids you love them and want to be there, even if you can't always be. Say no to some of the birthday parties if it means you'll be running all weekend, every weekend, all month. Say no to expensive gifts when you have to buy so damn many of them. Be okay with the supposedly less thoughtful gift card for the teacher instead of trying to find the perfect gift. Honestly, teachers don't make that much money anyways, and they get so many knickknacks that while they will appreciate the thought, they can't keep them all and could probably use the money for groceries or coffee or books for the summer. Okay, tip number 2, digital calendar. If you aren't using one, start. You can enter all the details once and pull them up at a moment's notice. Usually you have your phone on hand and can enter them as they arrive instead of all in one sitting like I did. Usually I'm better for this, and I honestly fell into old bad habits on this one this year. I will do better next time. I am traumatized by the sheer volume of notes I had made for myself and had to go through to do it all at once. And the best part with a digital calendar is the automated reminders, so you don't have to remember, right? Get it out of your brain, declutter your brain. I personally love all things planners and calendars and color coding, and I have tried a lot of different ones. I still stand by Google Calendar as the best, most functional, most fun. Again, I love the color coding, right? And also, and this is key, especially if you, like me, are an entrepreneur, you work online, you maybe are integrating with a bunch of different platforms. It is the most easily integrated with other platforms, the most commonly accessible to be integrated, etc. of them all. The kids' schools, most schools these days, even have a digital calendar that you can add layered on top of your own in case you miss something that the teachers send out. Okay. So most of it's going to be on that calendar too. And that is super helpful. Most schools, like I said, have this these days. If they don't, it's shocking. So if you just haven't found it yet, ask at the office, look on their website. It is usually there somewhere. And it's really simple. It will walk you through the steps. Just click on the buttons it tells you to click on. It will work. Okay, tip number 3, ease up on yourself in other areas. Okay, maybe you are all eating more on the run, grabbing pre-packaged snacks more than pre-chopped fruits and veggies, right? And maybe there are a few more late nights than normal. Maybe you need some silence for a minute and let the kids be on a screen a little extra every day so you can regulate yourself better. Maybe there are a few more meltdowns because your kids' nervous systems are shot by all the excess activity and bright, loud excitingness of it all, and you have to give yourself and them a little more grace. Maybe you let them skip school once or twice this month to reset. Maybe you pull them out before the last day to go camping early. Maybe you stop worrying about how anyone else will perceive you at this time because, trust me, they are all too damn busy to notice too. No guilt, no shame, no beating yourself up mentally. Let it go. Declutter your mind and simplify your life. Okay, number 4, last tip. Because at the end of the year, all the papers come home. And I know we just did papers not that long ago, but this is a time we get a big influx, especially if you have kids, right? So set the expectation ahead of time that there's a limit on what will be kept. Really special creations, art projects, written pieces, etc., can be kept, but oh my gosh, who wants to see all the math tests and spelling tests and every piece of work they ever did again someday? Let me answer that for you right now. The answer is nobody. Not them, not you. Ask me how I know. I just spent the last couple of months with my living room in disarray, going through the giant boxes of papers I had kept from my oldest. Finally, this was one that I put off because it became so overwhelming. And because at first, she was my first kid, I thought like everything felt so much more special. And when I went back to look through it, I was like, why did I keep this? So I dragged those things around, these big boxes. And I mean, they were big. I dragged them around through a couple of moves because I knew there were prizes mixed in that I couldn't just toss. I filled 2 large blue recycle bags with the rest that neither her nor I were interested in looking through anymore after the first like 3 or 4 reminders that, oh yeah, she was good at school. Ah! Let it all go. As much as possible, keep less. Keep a binder, one for all their school years, or one bin with minimal school papers and other special items mixed in, like the outfit they wore home from the hospital, etc. Set a limit and stay within it. It's like the gambling slogan, but for school projects. Look through every paper they bring you. Don't ignore any of it. Celebrate their wins. Adore the cutesy scribbles in the younger years. And then let it go. Keep one example of their art when none of it looks like anything yet, not 50. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Now, really quickly, let me talk about what we're focusing on in the Simplified Year Rhythm this month of hopefully sunny June. This month in June, we are focused on hallways, entryways, and closets. And like I mentioned in the quarterly episode, it's our threshold month, right? This is where we are going from school mode to summer mode. This is where things get busier. This is where we are shifting our routines, etc. So we really want to pay attention to the flow of energy that's in our homes, right? Our entryways are the first things that people see when they come in. They're where we tend to dump everything when we're on the run a lot, and they can get really messy and really cluttered. And then our closets, right? They hold so much that we kind of just, especially in summer, we tend to shove everything away and just sort of tidy it up fast and not really put it away properly. And we hide stuff in the closets. And before we start doing that, it's nice to actually clear out some of the old energy that's in there so that it's not lumped in with everything that new that we've got going on. And then our hallways, they're like, I think of them like the arteries in your body, where everything is flowing through. And if they are blocked up, then nothing is going to be moving smoothly, right? I will link all of the monthly rhythm posts down in the show notes so that you can have easy access to those. If you're just listening to this, you can just click on the links to take you straight to them and just follow those in order. If you're following along with us, if you are sort of jumping around to follow your own energy and what's going to work for you, that's fine too. Just find the one that applies for you. You can also find that on my Substack page. You can see there's the Simplified Year Rhythm, and that's where all of the posts for the year are listed so that you can just choose the focus that works for you right now. And then remember that being a part of a community makes this whole process a lot easier. So if you want to join in the community and share your wins and your struggles and ask your questions and get feedback from people on this journey, make sure that you're utilizing the chat, which is included in your paid subscription. So remember, whether you're doing this in rhythm with us or whether you hopped in at this point because something just tipped the scales, you're right where you need to be. And you are so so welcome here. Let me know how this monthly episode landed for you in the comments, and don't forget to give me some love and click that heart and or share so I can help more people like you to simplify their lives and learn and grow into a new simplified